Are you thinking about getting into property investing? Maybe you're worried that you don't know enough to get started yet. Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 things that I wish that I knew when I got started. Hi, my name's Kevin McDonald. I've been in property for over 17 years now, and I've invested in lots of different types of property deals, from single lets to apartments, semi-detached houses, commercial conversions, houses of multiple occupation, all different types of property deals over the past 17 years. I got started way back in 2003 and I made every mistake imaginable. I bought in the wrong areas and I ended up building a debt, because buying a property doesn't automatically make you money. It's buying the right types of property that makes you the money. And don't forget, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel to get more videos on all things property. Point number 1, you do not need your own money to invest. I wish I knew this when I got started. I was trying to save up deposits to buy property in a job. This is why most people never get started in property, and why those that do get stuck after they've bought their first or second property deal. Because you're exchanging your time for money in a job, trying to save up a deposit. It's just too slow. You run out of life before you've ever got enough money. There's millions of pounds available in joint venture finance, private investor finance, hundreds of millions of pounds. The fact is, there's enough money on this planet to make every single person on earth a billionaire. A billionaire, never mind a millionaire. What you need to do is get some of that money flowing towards you. Raising other people's money allows you to scale your property business much quicker than you could ever try to do it by money you'll save in a job. There's a link in the description to this video to my 24-hour no money down challenge. This is a challenge where I went to a town I'd never been to before with no local knowledge, no experience of the area, and I proved beyond doubt that you can get no money down property deals within 24 hours. Go watch the video and have a look at the challenge and see for yourself. Number 2, the importance of being around like-minded people. Your network is your net worth. I used to hear this all the time and I never really truly understood it until I started to spend my time around like-minded people. When I grew up in Ireland, I was around people who were in jobs, they were getting a good education, they were looking to have a long-term career job with a good pension. I moved to the UK and I automatically attracted myself to similar types of people, because you hang around with people that are just like you. It was only when I came to Progressive Property in 2013 and I started to hang around with other minded people, people with financially minded, where they were looking at how they could build businesses, they could build cash flow. That is when I started to change my financial future. Point number 3, invest locally. When I started investing way back in 2003, I invested abroad in countries I did not know, languages I didn't know how to speak, the tax systems I didn't understand. I couldn't keep an eye on my property investments. I didn't have a team of people, my power team, who could look after it for me in those countries. And the whole thing fell apart. Invest locally. You know your local area. You know the good streets. You know the bad streets. You know the areas where people want to live. You know the types of property that people want to live in. You know your local area. You've got the local builders. You probably know a local plumber, a local handyman. You'll have a relationship with the local estate agents and the local letting agency. But most importantly, you're not spending a lot of your time, your most valuable resource, traveling up and down the country, traveling to other countries to try and find your property deals. They're right on your doorstep, right where you live. Point number 4, the importance of having a mentor. I spent up to 37 years of my life not realizing the importance of having a mentor. And I believed I never had a mentor. The reality is we all have mentors. I have had mentors all my life. My first mentor, they taught me how to crawl, they taught me how to walk, they taught me that I needed to go to school, they taught me I needed a good education, get a good job, have a pension and retire on that pension at some point in the future. They taught me that money doesn't grow on trees. They taught me that you have to work hard for money. I had my first job part-time at 15 years old, my first full-time job in my early 20s, and I was working for 22 years, from 15 to 37, and I built a debt. I built a debt having worked hard for 22 years. 5 years working smart for money with the advice of my mentors, showing me how I can make cash flow from property, how I can help people with property problems move on with their lives, and I can make money from those property deals. Just 5 years working smart for money created a multi-million pound property business. You need mentors in your life. The thing is, we all have mentors. It's just, do you have a mentor who's holding you back, or do you have a mentor who's driving you forward? And they're not holding you back on purpose. They're holding you back because they don't know any different. You need to make sure that you've got mentors in your life who are challenging you to think bigger, because we can all do more. We can all think bigger, and anybody can achieve anything on this planet if you set your mind to it and you got the right people around you. And the fifth and final thing that I wish that I knew before I got started in property was, don't buy cheap. I went off to Eastern Europe buying property because they were cheap. I felt that I couldn't buy in my own local area because house prices were too expensive. And remember, I was trying to buy with my own money. But I shouldn't have been trying to buy with my own money. I should have been trying to buy valuable assets. You need to be buying value. And there's value right on your streets in your areas. You can add value to properties. You can force appreciation on properties. You make your money when you buy the property by buying at the right price. So there's different ways that you can buy value. Just don't buy cheap. So those are the 5 things that I wish that I knew before I got started in property. What are your challenges? What are the things that you're worried about? Comment below this video. Let me know what are the things that you're worried about, the challenges you're having, the things you're unsure of. And don't forget, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel to get more videos on all things property. I've been Kevin McDonald. You've been awesome.